record tech issues.
Okay, I see.
So it's the shortest tech issue wins, and now it's just one right there.
I guess short tech issues leave room for more tech issues.
Precisely. So we can fit more tech issues in to go with your tech issues as DMX is going to sort out your car here. But we're heading very swiftly towards A with OG on the attack, and they can almost set up for this execute immediately. Molly towards the sandbag position, a smoke at the ready, and oh, they've seen enough.
Yeah, well, underrated Molotov in a round where it's unlikely they're going to have a lot of smokes to put it out. So it's a small little trick. I mean, later on, the CT side will have a lot of smokes. They'll keep putting it out. Even if you keep throwing more Molotovs, they can probably keep doing that for a long time. So I appreciate it. Flash to look over. Oh, no. He probably felt like that should have been it. flameZ will take him down instead.
Yeah, that flash was way too early. Look at the seesaw now. Degster activating over towards A, while JDC is holding them at this B site. A defensive smoke deployed and the full rotation all the way back. Sound cues are being heard but frozen. You can see he's worried about a player who's lurked up, and he's right. Dexter's already fortified control.
Yeah, nice forward position to be in, no doubt. Nexa still worried even if they Molotoved it earlier. Suspicious that someone could have snuck back in there. torzsi with the opening kill, taking down FQ here, and it's a couple of good returns. Neofrag and Nexa are going to be able to find a little bit, and the bomb is going to be planted right in front. Not much Frozen can do about it. Worried that if he moves up, he's going to get his head blown right off. So, decision to be made. Are you going to try and fight for it here, or do you just save the dualies? Oh, that's a good opening. Here's one. They need a bit more. He's trying the best that he can. It is just not enough. Degster and Nexa to close out the round, and it will be OG first on the board.
Now, we do have a bit of an issue here today, Anders. It's Degster and Degster.
Yes.
You can imagine how that might become a bit of an issue for everybody playing at home, but we'll do our best to enunciate as properly as we can. Now, we can say Dexter's lab every time he gets a kill, and Dexter's slaps every time he functions in the same variety here. But a tight little pistol, and I like that from OG. The misdirection. Go up towards A, show a little bit of something with that molly towards sandbag. That's normally at least suggesting that there wants to be an A finish. Go back towards B, do the same thing, have a biv, have a fight, and then rotate all the way back around the world when Dexter gets the space. So really well handled there from OG, as they brought out 5 rifles into the second round to play. And I quite like this, because I know it's USPs up, but if they were to farm these USPs with SMGs, they'd have to use the SMGs in the next round. At least this way, as everybody stays alive,
yes,
they get to have 5 rifles that are competent for a first gun round coming up in round number 3. But
the real
caveat.
Yeah, the downside here is if they lose them, right?
Yeah, try not to die. It's basically the rule in Counter-Strike.
Dexter sneaking out. Quickly traded. They're going to get the 1 kill there from JDC, and that's all they'll get. Really quick round there. By the way, the thing you mentioned in the pistol round about sort of moving up one side, then moving back again, then moving back to the original position, that's the sort of stuff we sometimes see from outsiders on this map. And I think, especially if you leave a player behind in the position that you left, it can be really hard to play against on the CT side.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, and Counter-Strike's chopped and changed a lot since then, but the way we would talk about it is teams who would rotate very quickly, right? They would hear like a flash, or they'd see one player and they'd immediately start rotating. We'd say they were heavy rotators, right? So that's kind of what you're looking to exploit here. And on a pistol round where, you know, you need to be responsive on the CT side, especially if you had a setup like MOUZ, right? They hedged for A, then they went back to B. You are wanting to respond to the information that comes your way. So OG did a great job of finding that gap. Well, they didn't find it, they manufactured that gap. Now they're setting up for a B play here. This flash, and you saw from the mid windows, is fantastic to deal with the B play. So flameZ searching, very sharp, but oh, JDC on the FAMAS with 2 massive kills. That'll stall out any progression.
How did he even get both of them? I swear that was so quick. I'm actually a little bit confused. Maybe OGR as well.
FAMAS output like that, you'd love to see it getting a little bit of traction here. Still want them to buff the burst, and there's torzsi. He's going to respond onto FQ. So no space found whatsoever here for OG. And as they boost, JDC's going to get more. Let's call it 4, as he can get an AK-47 upgrade out of this. Perfect work from the German.
He doesn't have the same from us as the rest of us, does he?
No, mine doesn't work that way. But he's showing that it can. And a curious factor here, I think, with MOUZ and OG, they're both these international rosters, players from all over the place.
Yes.
It's quite a fun little mix-up of all these names, right? You've got, I guess, Dexter, an Australian in-game leader, playing with a European side of things. Obviously, Nexa, we know him from G2 fame and all that jazz. Dexter being the most recent addition to OG as well.
Yeah.
Bringing a bit of flair on the orb. So lots of fun nuggets to dig into here.
Yeah. Ooh, a little bit of a leg shot. That's dangerous. I don't know if they heard it, but he is in a scary position right now. Deep nade goes down behind that box. They're going to find a Neofrag eventually, and look at the damage through. degster and frozeN able to pick up a kill each, but yeah, uncomfortable position right now for the OG side. Even trying to play around this ramp, but that's a common experience playing the T side here. Sometimes you do just get absolutely shut down.
Trying to boost over the smoke here. And Molly's going to come their way, so this will be rumbled. Ooh, should have been rumbled early, so a little bit misthrown there. Does extinguish in the smoke. Won't be getting the damage that they were looking for. This is just about taking care of business and not overstepping the mark here. So Molly out. It will force frozeN off the line for 7 seconds, but it looks like he wants to retain this control. torzsi lining up a flash, and they'll fight here.
It's very, very forward defense, even after essentially winning the initial battle, which that's the point where you could probably afford to say, all right, we'll fall back a little bit, but they want to keep at it, keep the pressure on. OG hoping for a way out that's probably not coming in this 2-on-5. In fact, it's probably a little bit silly for MOUZ to sort of keep this battle up. Like, they're winning it, so maybe I should take that. But I feel like it's really not worth risking it too much. You know, what if you run into the AK shots and suddenly it's a 2-on-3, you know?
No, I agree with that, but I think because they had so many numbers here, they were more than happy to take those fights. And I like this here. degster comes across after they know that the bomb gets dropped. He throws a defensive incendiary for them. But when I think about that, one of the keys, when there's only a couple of members left, some of the worst things you can do on the CT side, especially if you have positional and number advantage in that situation, you can give them the room, sure, and force them to play out the round. That's fine. But if you all swing and peek and kill them together, the round's over there, right? Sure. So there's multiple trains of thought, but we're having a bit of a run boost here.
Yes, we are. They fly around. P250. He's absolutely denied, but it was still a good setup, good acrobatics.
Yeah, we like it. It's thinking outside of the map, we call that one, not the box. It's Fiku now, last man standing. Fiku got picked up from Ago. They were actually in Pro League Season 15 earlier in the year, and they had a pretty good showing against Na'Vi. I think this crazy overtime game that Machine and I were casting back then. And Fiku was one of the names in that was showing up. There was a guy called Ultimate Milky, who's part of that FPL Academy situation they've got going on over there with Gucci, I believe it is. So, you know, some of the names, my brain is trying to think where all these different players were at different times.
I think it's impressive. I like that. Ooh.
Skydiving without a parachute is called jumping off a building.
You're not wrong, but if you've got shot first, it's actually not a problem at all.
True. So, yeah, you don't even have to worry about the way down.
Yeah, good thing there are no win mechanics. Could you imagine if you just a gust of wind and they're like, ah, oh, I couldn't make it. It's over.
We get wingsuits added to the game soon.
I can't believe people are jumping off cliffs in Norway doing that. It's so wild, isn't it?
You know what? Neofrag as well from Sinners. I always really liked watching Sinners on Vertigo. It was one of their marquee maps. They always had geeky one-ways. Neofrag was a beast on it. So excited to really see what OG can bring today. The Des touched about IEM Challenger in Melbourne. It didn't go swimmingly for them. They've been playing in the online realms a lot against a bunch of different opponents, but this is where it really counts, right? This is what they would have been making sure they marked in the calendar, highlighted it, put it in bold, and they know they need to come out here today and perform. Unlucky with the draw for both MOUZ and OG to pair up against one another, but it has to be the way. It's a nice clear here from xertioN.
Yeah.
He might even find a timing.
How far forward is he going to go? He's actually going to go all the way. Yeah, this is crazy. They've already made a bit of noise outside of B, then they go back to the A ramp now. flameZ is aware that something could be up, but he misses the timing maybe just a bit, at least to get the first look, so they still don't quite know, even if they are suspicious.
Look at the stack on A. There's 3 players on A, so they know this is coming, and now they can limp out defensive utility, a flash forward.
Down to 35 seconds. Oh, this is horrible. OG don't realize it, but they're walking into a huge trap. More nades coming out. They can't really fall back because they're going to get caught. And I love the fact that xertioN is a little bit, worried back here. He's not just straight running to get all the kills. He's the huge insurance plan in this round. torzsi's going to be moving up. Nice flash around the corner. JDC there to pick it up, and flameZ with the double frozen. If he goes down, it might be all over. He tries to go for the spray, and he does get the double. But xertioN is, again, he was just the insurance plan, and the rest of the team fell apart up on that A stack. The bomb goes down with about 4 seconds left. That's how close it was. If they had held on a little while longer on this stack, maybe it would have worked out. Now, he's sneaking up behind, but at this point, they're probably expecting it. They realize that something is up. Do they realize he's this deep in, though? Maybe not. Degster is out there. Got to be really, really careful. And xertioN, he can't find anyone. There it is. They actually win the round, OG. I'm not even sure if they realize how much of a win that is. They'll realize when they watch the demo, but crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy indeed. And JDC got freed up because xertioN cleared over towards B as well. So they had 4 players stacked on the A bomb side to deal with that, and they're still unable to convert that round. That is not a good look for MOUZ during all of this. And the biggest key was getting caught off by that timing. torzsi with the flash and the flash. JDC trying to stall out for as long as he can, and then frozeN, the sleeper there, gets 2, but it's really just not enough. So degster gets the final kill. He's happy with that, and we're back into the buys. An ult for torzsi, an ult for degster, and away we go. As this time we have a bit of pace up the ramp.
Again, trying to get it done, but MOUZ are pretty effective at winning this ramp fight, which is a good start. That's something that they can rely on. But it does also take a lot of players and a lot of hardware that they need to put in there. So if they run out of cash, or if OG start to put some pressure on middle or B, maybe they can't have the luxury of this 3-man setup here.
And the smokes they used, they smoked off towards Gap. They even did their own one-way to get past the standard MOUZ smoke forward. It was just the flashes back that were way too good. So OG running into the blender here within the early stages. Still have a bit of utility to recommit mid to late rounds here, but back up the ladder they go, trying a different port of call. They're going to leave Neofrag up to his own devices. Degster watching the flank, and Degster should catch this one off guard. We'll know now.
Definitely no. Has a good shot at doing it. Neofrag would be impressive if he could win it somehow. Boost up right in front.
You won't see him.
You know, we can't see it just yet. He's still going to get the kill. Fiku had some great spray to try and bring it back. And Degster being put under pressure here, trying to run up close. He just no-scopes him. What a beautiful shot that is. Degster taking down Degster, and now 2 versus 2, and about 30 seconds left. They've still found a way out, OG, in spite of a pretty bad start. They're under a lot of pressure, but they keep finding ways back into this game.
Oh, this could work nicely here. Degster just staying scoped as he crawls up the ramp. He can smoke the site and even molly towards the headshot position. It looks like he wants to smoke deeper towards elevator. Very, very worried about sandbag. Now Fiku needs to activate. Good.
And activate he did. 7 seconds, going straight for the bomb plant, and JDC showing up just now. That deep smoke making his life a little bit difficult, although completely unworried. He just walks right through, and that could have been a death of him already. Someone could have been watching that, and he probably would have just been popped. Instead, up close again, AWP. He tries to get the flash, make it around the corner, but what a great angle to hold. Degster playing this round expertly. He only gets a double kill, but you see the positions that he's taken up and how much he's controlling the round.
And this was with giving up that opening kill again over towards that A ramp. So yeah, a timeout for MOUZ, understandably so. Cyclone need to get on the mic here and have a chat. Boys, what's going wrong? Because a really late round that they should have won, slips by the wayside. This round here as well, where they did a good job in the opening exchange, then they just get pipped to the post with that double, and Degster hits this no-scope. So those are the difference makers. But if you look at the late round situation going against MOUZ, and now the mid-round situation going against MOUZ, as long as OG just don't die early, you think they're in for a good shot for every round.
Yeah, you really would. Man, they fought their way out of some really unlikely rounds to be winning here. That's maybe a little bit concerning MOUZ. Also, something else to think about. If OG had lost this round, they would have had no money to buy. They were almost completely broke, so they just avoided a lot by winning the last 2 rounds like this.
Yeah, and the MOUZ are now in that situation, right? I think the fact that the 3 consecutive rounds that they won, they only lost 1 casualty over 3 rounds is fantastic news for their buy. So back into them. It's a famous for frozeN. Let's see if he can do what JDC's did, but xertioN up close middle. He's alongside for the ride with torzsi, who's posted up on the angle for now. frozeN and Degster just holding them at bay towards A. They're not fighting forward. They're actually relinquishing a lot of control at the moment. So looking to play a different variation of the setup. Just trying to clear out the B stairs, at least flush them back, making sure they don't have that information. But it's all just posturing. There's no intent. As the regroup now is being called back from Nexa towards A. And this boost, the timing on this needs to be perfect.
Does. Still a nade on top just to let him know. And Neofrag has been playing this position kind of alone for a good bit. Had a hard time getting past the aggressive setup from MOUZ when it's been happening. And again,
Same gap.
Yeah, he's still going for it. Yeah, that'll have to cancel the boost. But last time it didn't work out. The A defense crumbled before he could get there, and it might do the same again. Double opening. So yeah, sure, amazing flank that's being built, but doesn't really matter now.
Yeah, that A boost, as soon as they get rumbled right there, they have to fall off because they didn't want to get burnt. It makes the sound cues. Nexa and Koa realize that boost is in play. You can make a pretty safe assumption that they're scaling back. You don't want to get caught in that choke point where you can get spammed through, mollied out of position, and they just pounce up the ramp, right? They don't really announce their presence. They don't knock on the door. They don't ring the doorbell. They just stroll on in, say good night, MOUZ, and grab their 5th round here. So this is great from OG. That's a different variation again, right? Something a bit more reactive to what just was made available on the map with information. Simple nade and a molly and a couple of footsteps and away they go. So this is a really important round to win, and understandably so, MOUZ have to save here. Loss bonus for them, only 2,400 into the next. So 3 saved guns, one of them being an AWP. You'd like to think they'll invest heavily behind this, but your other option is don't invest a lot at all. Use what we have now, and next round, if everybody keeps their pennies straight, everybody balances their books, we will be able to buy into the next round regardless. And another timeout. So yeah, some big issues here. This is in a best of 1. You can't be losing these type of strings of rounds. You're not going, all right, boys, we'll wake up in the second map. You have to wake up now.
Yeah, you know, something else, though, I've got to say, on the OG side, there are teams sometimes you see them win a round early on, a couple of rounds early on, but it's down to, you know, getting, especially maybe on a map like this, you can get shots for the smoke, you know, you get like a couple of good orb kills maybe, and you're like, okay, that's good, but how likely is it you keep getting those openings? I feel like right now OG are showing us that even in rounds that are hard to win, they have an incredible understanding of how to play this tier side. This is something I mean, unless MOUZ found a way to stop this, they're going to keep doing this the whole half. Yeah, so that's where the question becomes. So how do you call the bluff as MOUZ? Are you going to go all in and try and completely negate control of the map somewhere? Are you going to start sitting back and allow OG to be the ones to make the first move? Got a lot of questions to ask here, but in round number 9, the AWP has positioned itself over towards B for now. Still over towards A is the frozen degster combo. Rotating back and around the map, torzsi is going to have to be very, very active. And flashes at the ready. That was well highlighted. So Fiku is going to have to get himself back up here. But from this position, these skylights, he can throw flashes to help push people off aggressive angles. That's exactly what they're doing. Smoke up. Next up, goes for the opening. Going to be finding degster right there. Able to take him down. It's actually neoFrag to get it, but he'll get that one through. Frozen just caught in the crossfire, unfortunately, there. 3 versus 4, and with these rifles and with the money here, I mean, you got to be really careful once again. If you risk it all and throw all these rifles away, I mean, you could be setting yourself up for an even worse half here, and that's probably what's on their mind, trying to get the job done. Good trade coming in. flameZ taking down JDC, but xertioN is quick on the return.
Yeah, and look, I think that if it was only rifles and not an AWP, they could consider going for this. But the fact it's an AK and an AWP, well, you wouldn't be able to buy an AWP in the next round with armor. So torzsi, understandably so. And that AK, well, you can't buy one of those at all if you're on the MOUZ side of things for now. They'll have to wait till the second half before they get that privilege. So sent scurrying away again, back into their little hidey hole. Poor MOUZ. Now stomached, what are we looking at? 4 consecutive rounds here. So OG have made a case on this T side already. It's going to be a 3-round lead.
I need to know, those cones when they land down on the pavement, Chad,
yes,
do they land upright?
I think they can land in any variation.
That's what cone flipping is all about.
Well, do you mean in this round? Because we won't get to see.
Just in general.
In general, look.
Can we send the observers on a mission to find out?
Is it like buttered bread? When it falls, it's going to always land butter side down if it falls off your plate?
I feel like this is why it's a real sport. It's because it's real difficult to get them to land right side up.
Well, if something is falling 51 floors, I imagine consistency and something like that is a skill.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. It's underrated. You have to... It's an acquired taste. That's... Did light the rebar on fire.
Yeah, look, not the way he wanted that one to go. I know there's some conspiracy theories, but I don't think he's going to be burning this building down.
No. Doubtful. Need to put in a lot more effort. The one Molotov is not going to do it.
He's just going to walk into B.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Trying to get the opening. JDC, he was here like a hero defending it earlier with the FAMAS. This time, he's going to get shut. Or he's going to get the early kill there. neoFrag crouching in, hoping to get him through the smoke. It's a miracle that he hasn't found him yet. Not a lot of real estate out there to be standing on. Every time he goes through the spray, JDC's just backing off. I don't know if neoFrag realizes, but he's actually been really close to doing it all along. And now comes the full-on retake. Before the bomb is even planted, they're just using the advantage of numbers here to bring them down. Fiku, get it back on out. No bomb plant happening, and 1 versus 3. He's got about 45 seconds, but That's a really cool move for MOUZ to actually push that before even a bomb plant's happening.
Yeah, I just want to play some heads-up 50 Counter-Strike there to OG. And there's one of the cones for you. And it's landed on its side. What do you give that out of 10?
That's not even a 1, I think.
Not even a 1.
It's
Not even a 1.
no.
It made it to the bottom at least.
But it didn't do any flips along the way even.
Well, we don't know. It could have done flips. We
It
didn't
looked
see.
like it just fell straight down.
So no creativity there.
Not even anything. I'm just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And no real creativity with this round from OG either. I thought it could have been a nice call, but I don't think they were organized enough behind that contact. So hoping to catch JDC on his own in that situation. You want to get that opening pick, but here's the run boost again. flameZ Airlines. Oh, and that's the shot they were looking for. flameZ cracks the B bomb site open. Now they can organize themselves. There's no rush. You don't just need a pipe and hot head in towards this site. Cool things down for a moment. Set up some boost. Take advantage of the space that you just bought. Because flameZ making that look easy.
Usually we serve for the rounds where you have the Tech 9s and the P250s and you're kind of in a desperate mood. Doing it with an AK, I think that's wonderful. You love to see that. xertioN trying to push forward. Counter flash coming out, but somehow it works out anyway. I actually thought they might have been a little bit of trouble there. Next, they put out the flashbang, but it's MOUZ to get all the kills to start with at the very least. Again, degster taking on degster, and now 2 versus 3, and just an absolute shutdown. Triple kill on xertioN, and now we've got that 5-6 scoreline. They've managed to come back a little bit here on the CT side.
Yeah, I'm liking this now, and especially the style in which they're doing it. They're happy to take the fights. You could see that there. They knew that they were starting to set up the execute on the stairs. They didn't want them to get past that wooden cubby. I thought that degster was going to get blindsided there. He was the individual pushing in to help out xertioN on the site, and he still was able to pick up that kill onto flameZ. And this has humbled the economy of OG quite quickly now. So bouncing back with 2 of their own. Should be 3 now, as it is just these pesky pistols and a Galil in the hands of degster. Now, these pistols, you want to send them out, foraging for information, relay that to the in-game leader of nexter, and then if there's an opportunity, either bring these deagles or Fiku and Neofrag over to lop some heads, or bring degster's Galil looking for a lot of damage. But flash at the ready. Oh, degster's found Neofrag already, so down a man.
Yeah, they decide against it. They're like, all right, maybe we just try and walk it forward. They're gonna, okay, just a boost over.
I'm gonna find a whole lot here. I know torzsi went down to this boost before, but that was an odd timing. So let's see if he gets caught off again. flameZ has gone for a looky loot to get himself the deagle from Neofrag's body, or is it the bomb? Well, there's a deagle too. Go look for the deagle as well, mate.
You might as well. You've got some time anyway. torzsi was a lot closer last time when he got picked. Yeah, he sees just a foot there. All right, they got a bit of pressure on, but he can back on out. Should be some backup coming from the B-bomb side, but it's a little bit delayed. He'll have to do it on his own. He's doing a really wonderful job. That's nice. Just holding on for the extra 3 seconds there, staying alive, making all the difference in the world. Baiting out the shot, though, is flameZ, and it's still a 1 versus 3. And after that, he's gunning right now for the ace clutch to try and bring this one home. Definitely very hard. Oh, it's just petty, isn't it?
He got on his toes right there. That's good heads-up play from flameZ, denying them that, but he could even win the round. Steps out, almost gets the 4th in the round. And now we're doing AWP flipping off the side of the building as well. That was good thinking from flameZ there. Denies them the AWP. Sure, they can rebuy one, but you like that type of Counter-Strike.
What if it lands barrel first into the concrete and only the chosen one can pick it up out of the concrete again?
So we're talking the sword in the stone, Excalibur.
That's what I meant.
All right, so AWPscalibur.
Now we're talking.
Now we got a name.
Where's the content team?
Actually, we should do that. We could like turn old folklore and fables and Counter-Strike-fy them.
Now the question is it Simple or Cyber that has to pick it up?
I don't know. Let's make them fight in a ring for it and see who comes out on top. Now a 1v1 ring, guys, an arena, not an IRL bout.
Again, that forward aggression on the CT side. That's one of the things that's really been working for MOUZ, and it's working now again here towards the end of the half. This is, I mean, you said it earlier, this should be a close game. It's turning out that way. This is super exciting. I really felt like OG had figured out the C side in a massive way, and it looked like MOUZ were really lost, but they're about to take a 1-round lead, so more power to them.
Ooh, body blocking each other there at the top of the ramp, but as Fiku makes them scamper, JDC activates from behind. And as he continues to pepper bullets, they start to slink down the ramp for the fight. Fiku will only get the 1, and that'll be him done. And yeah, look, I think one of the keys before was OG giving up only 1 kill and then being able to find a trade back or being able to find some space. This time around, they were just absolutely stalled out before they could even get started. So wouldn't be too frustrated with that one if I'm OG just yet, but they could take a tactical timeout to have a bit of a conversation. The first tactical timeout for OG here will activate Cyclone as well to have a conversation. Now, the money, we can see it's around the 3K mark for everybody on OG. Should only be a light investment. Rugger, the coach on the other side, conferring right now with Nexa. Now, if they can get themselves an 8-7 half, I feel like getting the 7 now is going to be very difficult.
Sure,
Unless these Tech-9s can get past that initial fight, and then anything's possible, right? It's a leaky boat. But an 8-7 still feels very possible regardless.
They've already done the run boost twice.
Do it again. Do a double run boost.
Double run boost.
If you just keep setting them up, you just send everybody over through the run boost.
4 people, obviously the last one. I mean, he could try and jump, but it's probably not worth it. Yeah, 4 people just keep run boosting them.
He's going fast here, Anders. He's up behind the gap, Smokey.
I like it. That's what you're supposed to do with the Tech-9s. It's been a while since we've... what was that one tournament where all of MOUZ had more kills with the Tech-9 than the AK? I can't remember.
Cologne 2015 or something ridiculous.
Something like that.
Going back in our way back time machine. But there's a Deagle, not a Tech-9.
Oh, he almost could have had it. That's actually not bad at all. Oh, she's still back here. Oh, what a nice headshot. Bringing down degster, and he's jiggling for it. Ready for more. Quad kill, and he wants that ace if he could just get it. Oh, he almost could have had it, but Fiku finds just a little pixel to shoot at him at, and that'll be it. Still, great defense.
I'd love to know how many bullets were remaining in his USP there, because he couldn't go to the sidearm after he had to pull it out for that first kill, right?
Yeah,
then he went to the AWP. So he was using him in the opposite order, old torzsi here, as I merge my words. But this is a brilliant little sequence. Great round from torzsi. And I know it was against the lighter buy. We always love flashy AWP play. We're getting into round 15, the full buyout for both teams here.
From Academy straight into this level. It's wild, isn't it? 15th round. torzsi doing really well at 12. xertioN up there as well, 12. On the other side, Fiku and flameZ seem to be leading the charge, with degster not that far behind. Neofrag. xertioN's been trying this a lot with really mixed results. This time the aggression works out, not because of a flank, just because of a straight up battle. And he's well aware. Look at the game sense that he has there. I think someone might be back there.
Yeah, and he might need a flash to get out because that nade is down the pocket. They've even mollied the escape. So torzsi's just going to hold the line for him here and hits a big shot while flash. That's going to buy some space for JDC.
Yeah, saying if you want to come fight JDC, you're going to have to come through me as well. What a teammate. Flash around, doesn't really peek behind it. Has to be careful, but right now he's just also
melted.
No, how did that happen? Fiku going to be taking down degster. They still know he's back there, and they're finally going to be able to find him. Took half the round to be able to. Fiku and degster left, but the flank is here, and that should be enough. Fiku, he doesn't have the bomb. He's got about 40 seconds here. Looks really unwinnable.
They give him a fight. That'd be the only way, but you can see how reserved xertioN is right now. This is a difficult angle. If he comes up and over the top of the construction position, he'll have to worry about the pillar on the right side. He'll have to worry about deep towards the side, and he won't have to worry about anybody because torzsi's going to switch his lights off. A massive end to the half here from torzsi and MOUZ. They'll take the lead 9-6 as we go into the halftime break. We'll be back in 2 minutes to conclude this best of one.
Hey Future Pros! Took a lift to the top of Vertigo to show you a chunky double HE setup you can throw into mid on Vertigo. You will need 2 Future Pros and 2 HEs for this one. Future Pro number 1. Make your way into the front corner of connector. Aim at the right dot on the left panel and jump to the HE. That's some good damage, but we can do more. Future Pro number 2. hop up onto the wooden panels and aim just inside of the top right corner of this orange mesh. Then just throw the HE. This can be extremely annoying for any Ts who want to get a head start on mid control. The faster you throw these nades, the better, but always be prepared for a T who could have had a 6 spawn.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I?
Encouraging for him, but again, as I said before, this map has not been played all that often for the rest of his team. The lowest rated, lowest play rate here for Sangle, the second lowest for Big, so just general inexperience across the board when it comes to recent results at least. Encouraging for that individual. Let's see whether or not it will convert into the tier 1 environment. Right now it's tabseN that's converting every single pick he finds. 15 kills in just 7 rounds. Sin, however, strikes alongside the veteran. 16 kills now for tabseN. The Soulfly and Skrunk fall to both players. It's a 5-on-3.
And it just shows how much press there's been from Big on this CT side, always getting aggressive in from mid. That's a good duel for Corey. And now they've started to bring this back. 3v3 finally looks like a round that's workable.
There's an opportunity available to them. Corey tagged up, however. Further nade to his position. QB also took a bit of tag damage. MOUZ is the mailer at 100 points of health. Will look down towards mid and hope for some sort of shot and connection. Rotations on QB will join his teammate. Now try and look towards that mid control.
Will MOUZ get the cheese, or are OG going to be one smiling ear to ear at the end of this one? 9-6, a 3-round differential as we headed into the halftime break. But some tenacity being displayed from both teams, and some dance moves from JDC as well, as there was a few frustrating moments, but a close game nonetheless. And now on the attack will be MOUZ, the defense OG. See if we can get this one down to a all-30 round, maybe an overtime, Anders. I want something that we can get excited about.
It could go that way. I actually am really impressed with both teams here. I think they both showed a lot of good stuff. Unfortunately for OG, that MOUZ sort of rediscovered what it was like to defend that CT side, and they did it just fine after that. xertioN playing the mirror position that he was playing on the CT side. He loved to go aggressive here.
He saw them cross. I don't know if they saw him.
No, they did not. They're going to be real shocked playing behind that generator. Oh, nice kill and return. That was needed. degster at range, take down frozeN. And a little bit of control brought back on the side of OG now. 4 versus 3. Trying to speed up on the ramp just a bit, but they can't keep running forever, so they're going to slow it down to the corner, and degster snuck all the way around. Neofrag on the flank as well. They might be in a lot more trouble than they realize here. On the MOUZ side, instant headshot. That is shocking. Bomb being attempted, but denied as well. They can't even get that. They won't even let them have the bomb plant, Chad.
Oh, dear. Poor degster there. He's going for the Hail Mary in-game leader plan. It's like, the round's lost. Yeah. I'm not going for any kills, but we're getting the cash. And he didn't even walk away with that. That's so frustrating as well, because you saw that opening exchange from xertioN, right? He had that slither gap. He spotted one player go across mid. He thought, I'm going to tuck in, I'm going to hide or activate a little bit later. The defenders, the players from MOUZ heading over towards A would have been put on high alert that a ladder flank was possible, but they just got absolutely picked apart here. So a great pistol from OG. We're going to be seeing both pistols going in the favor of OG in this best of one. That's normally the grounds to convert in a series like this. Is, you know, you normally talk about the pistol rounds or the clutch rounds. That seems to be the deciding factors. Everyone's least favorite rounds. Now, once upon a time, everybody, you used to get 2 of these. You didn't just have 1, you used to have 2. But back in my day, you didn't sit and do nothing for basically 2 minutes. We had too many ants in the pants. We were all too active. We were running in. We were doing crazy stuff. We thought, all right, if we group up and we push 1 choke point together, surely we can get some kills. And normally you just get mowed down and people get eco aces.
Yeah, true. Also, I mean, the same thing happened on the CT sides, right? Where, you know, people throw away rounds like these by being too aggressive, because that used to happen a lot more too.
True. Very true. Yeah, look, it's fortunate now, and especially with the way that Valve have changed the game over the years. So now, financially speaking, you only really need 1 of these full eco rounds, which is a dead rubber round in a lot of circumstances. But when these rounds do get pulled off, you know, when there's a couple of snowball kills because of that aggression you mentioned, or a plant comes down, those are the victories you're looking for. So for MOUZ right now, make sure that util gets used by OG. If you get a kill, that's okay. If you get a plant, that's great.
What if they all just run off the side of the building as a statement?
I actually think that's not allowed.
You're not allowed?
I would need to ask Mihal Slavinsky this, but part of me thinks it's not allowed. I'm gonna message him now, because you would be denying the team any money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you're allowed to do that, just because the map is designed in this way. I don't. People are gonna quote me, and there'll be a Reddit thread. Let me get to the source of it.
Here I am thinking I was a genius, and turns out I'm just a criminal. That's unfortunate.
Oh, hold up. Ben SEO, the stats guy, he's just come on in and said, didn't the new suicide compensation thing make it work? Like if you suicide, you get money in game for each suicide randomly allocated. So maybe that's completely rumbled, but that's maybe another back in my day thing. Anyway, we're back into the gun rounds. JDC's found the opener onto Fiku, and well, that's where this one's going to stop for a moment, but that's the lay of the land.
But I was also thinking, less than the money, I was thinking about the psychological effect on the other team.
That you're willing to throw yourself off the side of the building to win. Yeah,
just like the confusion, you know, takes them out of the zone a little bit. Like, what's happening? Like, what did they just do? You know, instead of playing the next round, it's stuck in the back of your mind, you know?
Okay, so the mind games is what you want to be flowing rife. Well, look, I've never seen it tried before. Maybe that team you're going to coach, Anders, you can convince them with your sarcasm deployed.
Take a tactical time and say, listen, guy, I know it sounds strange. Next round, guys, go for it. Neofrag here with the FAMAS. What an uncomfortable position to be in. If he shoots this gun, they're going to shoot right through this really thin wall next to him. He goes for it once, and JD says there on the return. Good kill on that AK. 4 versus 3 at the moment, with both Fiku and Neofrag out of the round. They're going to be monitoring the sandbags. They make sure nobody is hiding back there, and that's all they needed to. Full rotation out of the B-bomb side to try and get here and defend it. That makes a lot of sense for OG. They'd love to win this round. They really need to win this round.
Well, one way's up at about 30 seconds. This is getting a little bit awkward. They're not playing ahead of this smoke wall now, so degster is going to usher them forward. There is incendiary available for the plant and a HE as well.
Look at the flank that could be coming in from the middle, though. This could be crazy. The bomb just barely going down now. If they would have got the kill on degster before he got the bomb plant, what a disaster it would have been. xertioN, he tried to do this when he was on the CT side, and he got stopped a couple of times. Now on the T side, there's no way this is not going to work, surely. They're not even close to where the lineup is beautiful. And he gets his just reward already with the double. Could have really easily been a triple. flameZ try to fight it back, but how does he find the last two? He's got no more nades. They don't have a lot of health, sure, but he doesn't have the time for it, unfortunately. It's such a great effort, obviously, but not going to be enough. 10-8 in favor of MOUZ.
Yeah, just playing that situation by the book there at the end with the final two, not having a peek, making sure he has to play the bomb. And will torzsi survive? Only just 12 points of health remaining here, so good stuff for MOUZ to get up to the double digits. But a retained AK in the hands of flameZ could spell trouble coming into this next round. But yeah, this flank, that was it. All right, he buttoned it up. He said, good night. This one is going to be ours. Sure, it got a little bit sketchy with this double from flameZ from the headshot position, but that's all it was. Just a little bit of sketch.
Just a tiny, yeah. It's all right.
Oh, if they win this one now here, MOUZ, they're going to put themselves in a fantastic position to run in deep into the double digits, right? So this is the end of OG's cash. This will be it almost all gone. There's a late gap smoke being lined up here from xertioN here. They haven't done that one immediately out of spawn. So they're going to activate for this ramp control a little bit later.
Yeah, Neofrag watching it, trying to think, do I throw this counter Molotov immediately to slow them down, or should I give them a little bit of space to work with?
We saw the reaction last round when they threw a molly up there instead of a smoke. He actually jumped in front. I think that's because they were down a man. He needed to either go for a fight or for some information, and he got the fight.
Yeah.
That was about it.
They clearly throw the nades that they just did for this boost on top of everything else, right? They wanted to see if someone's down there, maybe they either push forward and we can catch it, or if they just take the outside way around the scaffolding instead, maybe we can catch them there. So no one's been found yet. All 5 members of MOUZ making their way up the ramp with about still a minute left. They have plenty of time. They could try and take a fight here. If they win it slightly, they can even go back to the B-bomb side. They're not really committed to anything just yet, but it is a lot of people to have in this position. Pop flash being set up. degster waiting for it. Little footstep there. Is that enough to trigger it? Yeah, but they see it coming. They turn around for it. Still, the FAMAS will get a bit done. Very hard position to find it here if you're flameZ, but he actually did a great job. Gets the kill, starts to fall back, and it's a 4 versus 3.
still giving up a lot of control on the site here, and flameZ will just get blown over by a molly, by a HE, so has to be very, very worried right now as they're the ones who are hightailing and allowing the bomb to go down. So, oh, torzsi, he gets it down just in time. It's a 2-on-4. This is still winnable for frozen and xertioN now.
There's a Molotov there somewhere on the ground, I think. If they can find it and pick it up. There's a smoke that just been picked up, but I think there might be another one somewhere. 2 versus 4 at the moment. And that bomb freshly planted. They're going to be quick here to try and go for the retake. Hugely favoring OG in this one, even if flameZ is a little bit low. Nice headshot from xertioN. That's a good start at least. MOUZ, they might be able to make their way out. Another headshot comes through. Frozen trying to win the round and will. Absolutely beautiful. That is massive.
Yeah, that setup right there. You could just see the potency of it all. And one of the key notes was flameZ had the kit, but he was the one low on HP. So committing him to that defuse was always going to be a bit of an issue here. So fortunately, torzsi gets the bomb down just in time. And then these two, xertioN and frozen, just playing aim map from the ramp and sandbag position, win a huge round. And we spoke about the financial situation for OG going forward. They are busted. Bank busted at this point. Just going to be one flash of 5-7. That's all they have to offer here. Oh, wow. 12 straight rounds for Big on that B stream for everybody who's playing at home. Sangal taking on Big.
That's something worth keeping an eye on.
Well, especially considering Big do not have Faven here. They've got Sin from their academy roster here. So a substitute in that regard. So it's interesting to see that they are just beast moding like that. Kind of helps when torzsi is 18 for 3 and xertioN is 15 for 6. And the new lad we just mentioned, he's 11 and 1. Yeah, whereas on the other side, poor Scrunk is 1 and 12, and Soulfly is 3 and 12. Anyway,
vintage torzsi, what a gift.
Yeah, we love to see it.
3-round gap, but like you pointed out, that last round was the really pivotal one. Now the economy is really busted up for OG, and they're in a lot of trouble. 12-8, definitely going to be the scoreline here. 9 for 10. You gotta. All right, that's nice. That'll put a little smile on your face. Didn't work out, but I can appreciate the attempt. 12-8, so 4-round gap that they're building on. And OG could put together a buy in the chance. Not going to be the best buy ever, but they'll do something.
Yeah, and they have to put up the fight now. This is getting a little bit too late in the game. They need to try and establish something. So this is where, on the CT side, maybe you need to do something a little bit more as a unit, have an aggressive maneuver come through. It's going to be harder for them to be reactive. And here's the maneuver. Fiku and Nexa pushing straight down towards the B stairs. A car crash with JDC. He spams through. But torzsi's going to find Nexa clean through the smoke.
There's no escape for Fiku here, surely. I don't think he can't really make it out, and backup is quite far away. He's going to put up a smoke and try to do the best that he can, but JDC will take him down ultimately. So 2-for-0 trade favoring MOUZ. They're loving it. By the way, I don't know, there's 2 M4A4s on this OG side. That seems rare, even after the change.
Yeah, it is a little bit strange, right? Something that I thought was going to come into fashion a little bit more, especially after the break, but it hasn't been the case. The silenced M4 is still way too powerful, so I'm sure it'll be something adjusted eventually. Not going to molly him out. They're just going to walk in. degster can be a real issue. When's he going to activate? Steps out into 1. flameZ has taken degster in the meantime, and they've turned this into a 3-on-3, make it a 3-on-2. flameZ has found another.
That's really unlikely. I mean, they just... this is supposed to be almost a lost round, and they bring it right back. This could change the entire series right here. If they end up winning this round and keep the economy alive, all of a sudden, MOUZ are going to have to battle for every single round. We could get all 30 if it keeps going like this.
Ooh. Frozen saw him.
Yeah, he did. xertioN's going to make his way back. 35 seconds, and he is pushing forward. This is very interesting. Still looking for him. He might actually find both of them here. Just going to get the shot on flameZ. Ready for... It's a real nice attempt. That is a cool try. 20 seconds, and the bomb just being picked up. A lot of noise being made. degster right there for him. Yeah, hard to check every single angle when you don't have that much time. So that's a huge round for OG to win. That was a 3-on-5.
Yeah, massive fumble. A massive fumble from MOUZ there, considering how that one kicked off, right? Those 2 players over towards the B lobby, isolated, spam through the smoke, taken down, absolutely wrecked, and then they're able to pull that off. So a great recovery from OG in that regard, if we frame it from their perspective. It's still just a 3-round game. MOUZ have had to reach deep into the back pockets here to bring out the buy. torzsi with the AWP. And some windows being broken from xertioN as they leave spawn. So keep that in mind as the round progresses. Doesn't necessarily mean it will be used, but at least means the CTs will have to keep that as an option. gone for the deep scaffolding smoke, so no ramp smoke. They kind of want them to try and funnel up that space into Neofrag, who's going to actually tuck in towards the corner on the fade of this. He's full committed. He only has 6 kills. He hasn't had the best game so far.
No, you're right. And this time, not going to be working up for him either. Quick trade for flameZ, but he's gone immediately afterwards. So 3 versus 4. Another good start to the round here for MOUZ. They want to keep the pressure on, and again, the economy for OG cannot sustain a loss here, so they have to keep it up. No one checking that. degster had absolutely no backup and wasn't expecting that forward push. So 2 versus 4. And, I mean, they already gave up 5 on 3. If they give this one up, then MOUZ probably will start to feel the emotional pain of that too.
There has to be a save on the other side now. And the difference with MOUZ this time, after those kills, after those early exchanges, they actually went quite aggressively into the site. Before, when they had the B kills, they slowed it down, which is fine, but there was a lot of territory that they didn't clear with utility in a second wave. This time it was almost just one fluid motion. MOUZ get the opening exchange, they move up, they execute, they take that space, and that's why degster couldn't get into a more forward position to find himself a couple of cheeky kills. Before looking to stay alive here, we're down the home stretch now. We do have one more match coming to you this evening. Now that is for both streams, as Big vs Sungal will probably finish before we do, and
yes,
they are one match ahead of us. So we have Na'Vi versus Illumina, the final match of the day. I guess that's what happened when we have the Game of Legion versus FaZe game go for so long. There's the cones. Look at them, 3.
Oh, 3! They all landed perfectly.
Yeah, well, how many points does that get?
That's if we're doing that, we're doing
10 points per cone.
Yeah,
So 30 points.
I'm gonna say, well, no,
They didn't spin.
I was gonna say no spins.
Okay.
Still, it's pretty impressive. I think if you fall straight down, it's probably 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. All right, all right.
That's still pretty impressive.
Harsh critique here, but understandably so. We have to, I guess, put some limitations on the cone drops.
It's gonna be gotta be leaving room for the, because you could do the 360 or you could do like the, 720. Like, there's a lot of upgrades you could do to it, obviously.
True, and Matt, I guess you should probably tell the judges what type of cone flip you're going for before you go for the flip, just so we can grade it. We know what we're looking for.
That's true. Yeah, you've got to have some rules. It's a developing sport in that sense. Not too many people appreciate it yet, so we can still build it out slowly. Here we go. 13-9, 4-round gap.
What do you do with 2 M4s here? They're both going to play over towards B, so looking for an opening exchange to fall in their favor. And if they don't, at least they can fortify. But this is great from MOUZ. This is by the book. All right, guys, we know there's 2 safe guns. We're expecting an aggressive maneuver. Let's batten down the hatches. Just like that. Boom. Just like that. That's exactly what you need to do on an anti-eco, anti-force.
You asked what you were going to do. I was about to say you should do the counter run boost from the CT side.
Okay.
Back to the T side.
Once upon a time, everybody, in Vertigo, you used to be able to just drop into T spawn, basically. This is before the map was ever in competitive play. It didn't look anything like this.
No, but those were glory days.
Oh, weren't they?
P90, just land there, absolute havoc. But
they have the gun at their feet here, Anders. I'm surprised that they're continuing to move into this territory. There's problems. All 4 OG members are here.
Yeah, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? Okay. Neofrag comes raining out of the sky. Fiku gonna get the kill, and yeah, just kind of leave it alone. I mean, yeah, you've given them a couple of rifles, or at least 1 rifle more to play with, but at least get the bomb plant. Just make sure you don't lose this round. It'd be really silly if they did.
Yeah, they spotted 2, and I'm sure xertioN heard a bunch of noise there as those guns were being juggled across, so they can take this space quite comfortably here, or at least they should be able to. They've given time for the rotation.
Oh, headshot, that's so strong. xertioN's going to go maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but they are aware. They're worried about it because he's been doing it a lot, so they realize that could happen. Going to get the kill on flameZ anyway, and he's ready to catch Fiku. He's actually playing such a crazy mind game right here. There's a reason he has 22 kills. Might get caught here. degster comes flying out, but still, it's a 1 versus 2 with the bomb plant, and they're actually pushing up behind the smoke anyway. He's going to pick up the AK and just make a run for it. So, 14-9.
xertioN's been great. He's been fantastic here. I was one when I saw the Bemis move come in, or get him being removed. I wasn't too worried. I understand that people don't like the fact that the way he was removed. I can understand that standpoint. But in terms of what he was bringing to the team, I think xertioN in certain matches has already shown that he can definitely bring the level of firepower necessary here. So this MOUZ roster, in terms of names, he's at the top of the scoreboard. 22 kills. Next closest is JDC on 18. torzsi and frozen tied at 16 apiece. On the other side, it's flameZ. He's got 20 kills to his name. degster coming in that second prong with 18 and Fiku with 15. It's the tail end of this Nexa and Neofrag. And I also sung Neofrag's praise a little bit earlier. I was saying on Sinners, I thought he was quite the force on this very maps. And we haven't seen that today. So going missing in a crucial matchup, you can't have that go down. But I feel like we're already getting into too little, too late territory. As there's just 2 more rounds now for MOUZ to seal up this BO1.
Feels like it, doesn't it? It's interesting to see xertioN go for that many sort of lurk flank rounds and still kind of make it work, because I feel like normally if you do that a couple of times, it's gonna, I mean, you can even see at the end here, OG are looking for it. They're super paranoid that it's happening. So normally that's enough that the efficiency of it goes way down and you kind of have to stop doing it. But he's, I mean, also there might be like a psychological component for OG that they have to worry about it all the time now. So that might take away some of their attention from elsewhere. If it's late in the round, it's a 3-on-3, you have to kind of think, oh, wait a minute, like someone has to keep checking behind. JDC, very dangerous playing back here. Yeah, for this exact reason. Oh, even try to fall off, but gets caught mid-air.
All right, well, this has to be a conversion for OG now. That is a great find. I like the reposition there from Fiku to address exactly that type of a maneuver. And watching the demo, has been prepping themselves for this, is trying to get the boost up. Neofrag and flameZ, and actually flameZ who's on the tippy top of this. So he can have 2 options here, flameZ. Now, you saw them addressing the short peak. Now that he's established and they saw nobody was home, they can focus just to make sure nobody can push up and be able to catch the tips of their heads as they round the sandbag corner. But this is the thing, if they know they're pathing, they can avoid him somewhat.
Yeah, they just, ooh, yeah, he definitely sees the grenade, sees the top of his head too. It's so close, but they decide to come off it, and I don't know, that makes a little bit of noise. I don't know if anyone heard that. 4 versus 5 still in about 22 seconds. Noise being made over at B now, and that is in fact where the bomb is. So Fiku with a big job that he's not going to be able to work there. degster takes down Nexa, trying to see if he can escape back to the B bomb site, and 10 seconds on the clock. What a forward push. xertioN's playing so well right now. Even with 4 seconds, no one can stop the bomb here.
These are the 2 on the boost. degster gets past, gets into the site, gets the kill on the mid play. They attack the B bomb site here. It caused so many issues. And then flameZ and Neofrag are like, we're sorry, we guess. You know, they weren't activated in any of this action, even though it looked like they were going to be the individuals taking the fights. We had the observer glued in on their stack, their position, looking for the kills. So MOUZ with some misdirection here late have grabbed themselves 15. Remarkable scenes.
And if they get that kill, then they don't lose Nexer in the middle of that chaos, and then they can actually go for a real retake. They could sort of go for something like a 3-on-3 maybe, or a 4-on-4 retake, but just did not work out that way. 15-9. Incredible work for MOUZ at the moment. They did incredibly well during EPL. They finished top of the group, didn't they?
Yeah, look, their run stopped pretty quickly once they did make it into the playoffs.
Sure, that's true.
And I guess that they did fall to Liquid, who were the, well, eventual grand finalists, the runners-up of the whole thing. So maybe no harm, no foul in that regard. And again, the framing is, this is the important event to get you locked in for the major, right? The major, less than a month away now. This is what you need to get locked in for. A top 6 showing, right? A top 6 showing at EPL, good stuff. This is where it really, really counts right now. And then the conversation for OG on the other side is, right, they're not a partner team here of ESL. We didn't see them immediately ushered in to EPL. We saw them go down to Melbourne, play IEM Challenger. They had a real rough go of things there. Blair was showing that they lost to Wings Up in 2-0 fashion on land. Now, I know for these kids, it's a long way to travel to Australia. Probably saying that none of them, or most of them, have not done before. So there's that whole acclimatization factor as well. But regardless, let's focus on here. Round 25 could be the last round of play.
Yeah, it could be. MOUZ making this work so well. Everyone is showing up. Nice shot from torzsi, going to be taking down degster, trying to play aggressive on the other side. Some more shots being rang out through just to test the waters, but not going to find anyone back there. 4-on-5 though. flameZ still wanted to stick around that forward defense. They don't want to give up on it quite so easily. But look at what it does. I mean, 1 mid, 1 B. If anyone goes down here, the round might be over. Oh, what an entry. xertioN, he just keeps going. That was his 24th kill. Trying to fight it back, but the problem is this B bomb side, it's just Fiku here. And just with the FAMAS as well, and another flank coming in. HE around the corner, right at his back. He's going to find it. What a terrifying map he's been playing.
Oh, it's amazing from xertioN here. This is fantastic Counter-Strike from him, and another perfectly placed Molotov right there. There's no way up, there's no way over. You're going to have to wait for Neofrag here in the backlines, which is currently being watched by degster.
Deep nade. Don't touch him. But the flank has to work, otherwise this, I don't think, will be possible. This position for degster is so powerful in the afterplant that Neofrag has to win it. Like you said, he's been having a bit of a rough time of it, although that's a good headshot to get started. They need that, and then a little bit more. xertioN's finally going to be going down. It's all on torzsi. Tech9 is out. Yeah, he wants to run forward. He does not want to get stuck. A little bit of a dangerous jump around. They need to be quick on it here. They do have a kit on flameZ, so they could go right for a deep nade. Not going to kill flameZ, so a bit of a setup there. He almost could have had it, but in the end, it'll be OG to pick up the round. They barely stay alive on the map.
They gave himself a chance there. That nade perfectly placed into Neofrag, sure, but that was about it. And I think the fact that it wasn't a victory, that is the best type of non-victory you can have if you're MOUZ. Obliterate everybody on the other side. Sure, they get the round win, but they lose everything. They have to fully reinvest here. That nade was great. The follow-up kill on the flameZ was fantastic. He gets his AWP back as well. So a lot of damage done. It feels like, okay, boys, we lost that round, but it's a matter of time until we break them here.
They could get this into overtime, though. I mean, 5 in a row, that seems doable. Not that much of a bank either on MOUZ, so just keep the pressure on.
Neofrag's not afraid of this aggression. Look at him again. Like, he's had a hard go of things over here, and he's even going to push forward off a flash frozen caught reload. He's going to get the better of him, so these troubles for Neofrag do continue.
Tough doubling down on that kind of play when you have a rough game. It's one thing when you're playing like that and you just, you know, the flashes work every time. You come and you find 3 blind players, you kill 2 of them, it's all good. But when it's like this, very, very hard to keep following through on the plan.
I think that MOUZ think they have respect right now. flameZ has A ramp completely clear, so they can stack this B side. There's still a chance for OG.
Oh, same boost up that got JDC killed last time. This time, he's got the better firepower, though. Will take down Nexa. Fiku out here fighting M4A4 with all the extra bullets, and he's going to be able to get a double kill at the very least. Still a 2-on-3, 50 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time for MOUZ to slow it down and see if they want to do something different.
Yeah, well, and that's as Frozen activates. He will hear flameZ running away from A. They were at one point just there directly above and below each other. So Frozen starting to investigate for a bit of space. They likely have to commit towards this A site, and in terms of utility to do so, it's just one flash. So staying silent now, hoping OG think that they just hit the audible, just pausing right now in that B lobby to reactivate.
That is what OG think. But they're not wrong about it. You could see OG is just still sitting over at the B bomb site. Diffuse kit out there, and none of them have picked up one anywhere else, so actually going forward to pick it up might be a huge deal. They're going to hear that bomb going down, and they're in trouble.
I think this round is over. I know that seems crazy to call right now. They're out of position. degster just now is scooping up a better weapon, has that kit, has to rotate all the way around to flameZ, who's contained, to make sure they haven't pushed elevator. But the key here, torzsi is at sandbags. This is a power position for an AWP.
Yeah, they don't have a smoke to defuse the bomb. They don't have a Molotov to get rid of him. They would have to lose a lot of focus right now, MOUZ Sports, to not win this. I think you might be right all the way, Chad, here. This is going to be almost impossible. Bit of a jump by. Does miss the first shot, but there is still more to be played. Flash to pop it up here. xertioN's just going to take a look. Oh, hold on. torzsi goes down. Frozen trying to fight it back, but they're almost out of time already. They have to run for a long while to get it here. And yeah, just nothing they could do at the end. MOUZ with a beautiful 16-10 victory to bring down OG.
Impressive performance there. Started well, some good moments from torzsi, but I think xertioN has to be the one here that we really credit. His mid flanks, especially on that T side, were great. The aggression on the CT side freed up a lot of space and a lot of room, but OG back to the drawing board. We'll see them in the best of ones again tomorrow. We're going to a break. We've got the desk, and then the final best of one of the day just around the corner. Na'Vi taking on Illumina.